Every day in Africa, in the safari, a lion wakes up. And every single day in the safari, a gazelle wakes up. Now, this is critical. What's the difference between a gazelle and what's the difference between a lion? What I discovered is the gazelle is running from something. So as long as the lion is chasing the gazelle is running. But as soon as the lion stops chasing the gazelle, it stops. And that's a lot of you in this room. You will run. You'll do what you're supposed to do. As long as you're getting pushed, as long as you're getting motivated, as long as somebody is encouraging you, as long as somebody's coaching you, as long as somebody's pushing you, as long as somebody's prodding you, you're doing what you're supposed to do. As long as somebody's calling you, as long as someone is enticing you, as long as somebody's giving you rewards, you're moving. But as soon as that stops, you stop. I asked myself the question about the lion, and I said the lion is not running to be rewarded. The lion is running to eat. Because the lion realizes when he kills the gazelle, not only does he eat the gazelle, but he brings it back home. So you've got to ask yourself, what's your why? What motivates you? What pushes you? What drives you? And if that thing is internal, if nobody has to call you, if nobody has to prod you, if nobody has to reward you, if you are self-motivated and self-regulated, you can have it, you can be it, you can do it. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time, you go by the gazelle. You don't hunt from 8 to 3. Why? Because the gazelle may not be open from 8 to 3. You hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another. Listen to me, a 9 to 5 person, they make a sale and they're excited. When you get to my level and you get one thing, then you try to get to the next level, then you try to get to the next level, then you try to get to the next level. A true hunter hunts. A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. I'm saying that some of you in this room, you might not be a lion yet. You might have small beginnings. You might not have a lot of money. You might not have a lot of resources, but there's no excuses. And I need you to understand, for those of you who are 70% beast mode, 30% gazelle, that's just enough for that other person to outdo you. There are only 86,400 seconds in a day. And you gotta not only operate in them, you gotta do it quick. You gotta do it fast. You gotta do it in a hurry. Why? Because there's somebody else who's on the same track you are. Somebody else, they're on the same path that you are. It's somebody else just like you trying to do it. And sometimes they're working just as hard as you're working. They're putting in just as much sweat, just as much tears, just as much blood. But you just gotta do it what? You gotta do it faster than they do it. You gotta do it quicker than they do it. Are you listening to what I'm saying? That's why I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, because if you're getting up at 6, you might be smarter than me. You might have more privilege than me. You might have more resources than me. You might. But I'm gonna get up earlier than you, and I'm gonna do it faster than you do it. So by the time you get up with all your resources, by the time you get up with all your privilege, by the time you get up with all your stuff, I've already finished the race. Are you hearing me? It's hard. Yup, it's hard. Yup, it's difficult. Yup, why? Because the process is weeding out the weak. It's weeding out the weak. And so sometimes you got to play hard. You got to play physical. You got to play tough, because the game itself is tough. The game itself is hard, but I know you got what it takes. Listen to me, this is how you do it over 6-7 years ago, with no money, no human resources, no building, no funding, no support. The first thing we did was we dreamed, we wrote the dream down, we slept the dream, we ate the dream, we rehearsed the dream, we looked at the dream, we talked about the dream, we slept with the dream, we woke up to the dream, we wore the dream, and now boom, it's our reality. And for some of you, you stop dreaming. You dream for a week and you stop because things around you don't look good. You dream for a month, and when you get hit in the mouth, you quit and you give up. You dream for a while, and when people tell you crazy, and when people tell you stupid, and when people tell you can never get done, you stop dreaming and you go back to knowledge. And I dare you to use your imagination. I dare you when you broke to use your imagination. I dare you when you're rich to use your imagination. I dare you under every single circumstance. Keep dreaming. Keep looking at your dream. Keep focusing on your dream. Keep going after the dream, because that's where true success is.
Good morning and happy Thursday, Wildcats. We have already made it close to the end of the week, so let's continue to work hard. And what better way to start our Thursday morning than with that video? So hopefully you keep grinding and you keep working hard. And that's our question of the day for today is think about a time when you had to really grind, really work hard to succeed. How did you feel when you succeeded? And why do you think that is how you felt? So that's our question of the day. So make sure to answer that at the bottom of the video or in the link in your email. Make sure you do click the link to go to the Google form and answer it there and not just in the email. So let's go ahead and continue to remind ourselves of what it means to be a Weaver Wildcat and living the Weaver way, which means that we work responsibly. We have excellent behavior as Wildcats. We have a can-do attitude of achievement, like we saw in the video. We value everyone. We exhibit respect. And when we come to school and to our classes, live or virtual, we are ready to learn. Let's also continue to help do our part to help stop the spread of this virus, which means that we are washing our hands frequently and thoroughly. We're practicing that good respiratory hygiene. So if we're sneezing or coughing, we're doing away from others and into the bend of our elbow. We're avoid touching our face, especially the areas around our eyes, nose, and mouth to stay safe. Make sure that when you are out, maintain that social distance of 6 feet or more. And if you are feeling sick, stay home and take that time to get better so you don't continue to spread and get other people sick. And let's continue to remember to do our part during distance learning. And so these are just some tips and tricks, but it's really that hard work that's going to pay off in the end for distance learning. Make sure you're checking your school Gmail account every day, checking into your Google Classrooms and completing those assignments before you hit that turn-in button, checking into your daily class meetings every day and following the right day schedule, watching the daily announcements and participating in the question of the day so we can remain together, which we'll see our answers from yesterday. And then make sure you are taking those frequent brain breaks, getting up, doing some short activities just to get that blood pumping through that body. Again, thank you for everyone that submitted pictures yesterday for favorite t-shirt day on Wildcat Wednesday. You do still have time to submit those photos today. So make sure that I just received those by 4 o'clock to make sure that you're entered into the Wildcat Wednesday video and you get those 25 merit points. Again, that was favorite t-shirt day yesterday. And as you start getting ready for next Wildcat Wednesday, that's going to be holiday sweater day. Now, don't forget, it is Thursday, so we are going to start in period 2, then go to 4, 7, and 9, followed by lunch. Have time to get your Reading Plus done. Doesn't mean that that's the only time you can work on Reading Plus. Absolutely not. You can work on it at any time. That way you just have time set aside for it. And then make sure you finish up your assignments in the afternoon and contact your teachers as needed. 7th grade, you're following that same schedule, periods 2, 4, 7, and 9, followed by your break. Get that Reading Plus completed, and then make sure you're working on your assignments. And in the 8th grade, you're going to go from periods 2, 4, 5, and 9, then followed by your lunch, Reading Plus, and get that work completed, 8th graders. Now back to our question of the day yesterday. Would you rather it be warm and raining or cold and snowing today? Again, I thought that we would see a lean at least one way. Since it's colder right now, I thought for sure it'd be the warm and raining instead of the cold and snowing. But there's a lot of good points brought up that doesn't snow in Merced. People haven't seen the snow as much. Some people have never seen snow. And so those people chose cold and snowing. So we almost had a even split between those people that chose. For me, I would love to be where it's warm and raining. And we did have one person respond that in Hawaii, it's warm and it rains. And oh, on the beach, it feels so good. So thank you, Wildcats, for participating in our question of the day and yesterday. And make sure you answer the question of the day today. And again, going right back to that video, there are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. So that is our quote of the day to go along with our theme that we saw today, that we started our announcements with that great video of just hard work and grinding and working harder to make sure that you are successful and you reach your goals. All right, Wildcats, that's what we have for you this Thursday. Make sure to continue to work hard, finish up the week strong, and remember, each one of you is great. Just allow yourselves to be. Have a great day, Wildcats.